Hey guys, how's it going? It's Rob here. It's pretty cold right now in Calgary. We just got a massive amount of snow. You can get a sense of that here. Getting some pretty big piles of snow in our food forest, which is great. And anyways, I thought this was a great opportunity to talk a little bit about snow and greenhouses, as well as thought I'd let everybody know what's going on this week live on YouTube. So today at lunch, 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, I'm going to be talking about the major design flaws that I see in a lot of houses. So if you're planning on retrofitting your house, or you're intending on building a new house, you're going to get a lot out of this presentation this afternoon. So take a look at that. And then on Wednesday, we've got our introduction to permaculture happening at 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So check that out if you're around. It's going to be a great class. There's always great Q&A at the end there. We've got a really big group of people that are coming every week, and they're getting a lot out of it. And on Friday, we're going to talk about something a little bit more controversial. We're going to talk about vegetarianism and permaculture, and how vegetarian as a diet fits in ecologically onto the planet, where it makes sense, where it might not make sense. So that's sure to be a really interesting show. And that'll happen at 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time on Friday. So I'm in my backyard right now, and I just wanted to show folks the greenhouse. And you'll see that with all this snow that we've been getting, we're getting a ton of accumulation on the knee wall. And so one of the things that we talk about in greenhouse design is the design of that wall at the front to allow for snow accumulation. Because inevitably what happens with polycarbonate is you get this snow sliding off of it, and if you don't have a knee wall that's sufficiently large, then it's going to block off your vents. So this is a really important lesson to learn when you're designing passive solar greenhouses. Now, I've got a whole series on snow harvesting that you can take a look up on YouTube, and I wanted to show you the snow harvesting going on that greenhouse roof right there. And the reason that's interesting is that the blowing snow basically hits a low pressure zone when it comes over the top of that roof there, and it creates that big accumulation. And that's the exact same thing that happens when we're working with shelter belts. Shelter belts are basically wind harvesting mechanisms, but they're also harvesting snow, they're harvesting water, they're harvesting dust and nutrient. They're not just slowing the wind down, they're also doing a whole bunch of other things there. And so that roof really gives you a good idea of what's actually going on. And you get this kind of idea in all of the snow patterns that we see. So even in this food forest, which I'll just turn the camera around here if I can. Nope, I don't think I can. So I'll just give you guys a shot here. You can really get a sense of how the little branches sticking out of the snow are creating that same snow harvesting mechanism. I'm also, as I'm shoveling the sidewalks, as strange as that seems, I'm also shoveling the snow up onto the food forest itself. So that's creating a lot of additional moisture that we're going to have access to. And then this giant spruce tree behind me, it actually also produces a bit of a feature for our food forest, and it actually delays the melting, which helps to ensure that our trees don't get killed because of an early melt. We have one of the hardest climates to grow trees in here in Calgary, because we get these Chinooks, which is when we get these massive warm-ups that happen in the middle of winter, and then we can get a false spring where we get a big melt, and then we get another freeze or another snow, and it's really hard on trees, which is why there's not a lot of trees growing in southern Alberta. And so sometimes getting food forests to go here is a matter of actually derating the system, so slowing it down. And so having a tree to the south to slow the onslaught of spring can be really beneficial. Anyhow, my hand's getting real cold. I hope to see you guys today live on YouTube at 12 o'clock and on Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and then on Friday again at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on the Verge Permaculture YouTube channel. Thanks guys, have a great day.